Hey, this is Joe Price. I wanted to show you how to use our Map app tool. It's a way to access customized hints for a particular surname or a county. And you'll see that it's a really great way to help grow the tree so other people can find their family. Let me show you how to use this tool. So here is the Map app, and you can see right in here in the middle, there's a line. It says enter the surname or county you want to work on. So if you want to do a surname, just type that here in this top field. And notice that as you start to type your name, you'll see a drop-down menu with all of the things that fit that category. And this will help you know that maybe the name you're looking for isn't in the database because it's been done already. But you can see here that my name is here, Price. And so I'm going to click on that. Now notice I don't fill in the second field because I'm just looking for a surname. And then I hit search. And all these dots appear. And each of these dots is a record hint for a family. And so if you click on the little link there, it will take you right into SourceLinker. Now, I'm kind of assuming that you've had some experience with SourceLinker. If not, then there's other videos that can show you how to do it, but I'll give just a really brief kind of overview of how to use SourceLinker. When you're in SourceLinker, right here on the right is the family that's on the family tree. And over here on the left is a family that's in a record. This is the United States Census 1920. And you can hit the details button if you want to see more information. And you can do that for each family member. And what I do is I try to decide if the whole family is a match using all the different clues. So notice here that we have a lot of information lining up. And this looks like a very good match. You can see, for example, the T lines up, the names line up, birthplaces and birth years line up. Birth years are often off by a little bit because in the census they ask for your age, not your birth year, at least in 1920. Okay, and so then each time I'm bringing over the new information. So I hit compare, I add the new information over, and then I hit attach. Okay, so all of that is just, if you have experience with SourceLinker, then everything I showed you there would be something you would have already encountered while working on other record hints. Okay, now that that's done, I can just close my SourceLinker window. And notice that right here was that dot. If I hit refresh, that dot will disappear. Because once you've clicked on the dot, then that dot won't be shown to other people. Okay, so if I want to search something different, I can click make another search. And now this time what I'm going to do is remove price, and I'm going to type in a place. Now notice again that as I start to type in a place, you'll see a drop-down menu with different places. And so I grew up in Washington County, Oregon, so I'm going to click on there. That's a community that I love and would like to help. And so notice again, it automatically zooms in on the area. You can see some of the dots for Washington County. So I grew up here in Hillsborough, and I'm going to click then on one of these dots. Okay, and you can see that again, we're here in SourceLinker, and this is the most important moment. This is when you have to decide if it's a match or not. And you can look at the different pieces of information. Now it's quite possible that this is a match, but I'm getting thrown off a little bit by Clarence and Lawrence. Now, if you want, you could always come in and look at Lawrence's profile and maybe see if Clarence was his middle name, or maybe he went by Clarence. But in this case, you never have to feel like you need to resolve the hint. If you don't do the hint will just be sent to a different level of difficulty, and someone else will get another chance to work on this. So you should never feel any like you have to do the hint. In fact, I'm just going to close this hint, and then I can just click another dot, and then it pulls me again into SourceLinker. So the whole purpose of this app is to allow us to search for record hints for a particular surname or a particular place. And so again, you can see here that here I'm getting, again, some interesting kind of conflicting information for the birthplace of this. But in this case, I still feel very confident that this is a match, given that there's multiple things lining up. Well, let's just double check. So actually now I'm backtracking a little bit, but that's again, this is why we want individuals looking at this. You can see that they were living in Oregon in 1910, and here they are living there. They got kind of 2 marriage dates. So that's kind of giving us a little bit of pause. But I think that there's enough evidence here to indicate that this is a match. And this will be helpful because then someone can go back and think about why his birthplace was listed as Oklahoma here and Oregon over here. My guess is that it might be an indexing error. And if that were the case, I could, you can always come and look at the image if you'd like to see if maybe that's the issue. Okay. So again, the key thing about this tool is that it allows you to search for record hints by a surname or a place. And the last thing I just want to show is that we have adapted the tool so you can do places in Europe. So you can see if I type in France, I can see that. If I type in England, it'll give me places in England. And one of the places that we're working on right now is Puerto Rico. And so if you type in Puerto Rico, you can also do places in Puerto Rico. And again, when you click on one of these, it'll just zoom in on the spot where those dots are. Okay. So we're really grateful to have your help with this project. This is just a great way to help grow the tree for people that that we're probably not related to, but the key thing is that we're helping grow the family tree so other people can find their family. This is a form of community service that we can do to gather together the human family.